an easy-to-learn card battle that has intense and epic moments. Project O features all your favorite fictional characters with a twist. Pooh Bear loves honey, but instead of being a chubby and cuddly bear, he's a big, brawly fellow ready to fight. This game is inspired by Artifact, Marvel Snap, and traditional card games like Hearthstone. In Project O, you bring a 25-card deck, which includes 12 sets of duplicated cards and one unique legendary. Games are 1v1, fast-paced, and full of action across 3 strategic lanes. You build your deck with 12 duplicated cards plus 1 legendary. Let's break down the anatomy of a card. The top left number shows how much mana is needed to play the card. Attack power is shown with the bottom left number, and on the right you have health. There are also spell cards, but they only have a mana cost associated with it. In the middle, you'll see the card text, which shows each card's unique ability. You'll also notice a few notable keywords such as ongoing, on reveal, and on death. On reveal effects activate once a card is played from your hand. Ongoing effects are permanent as long as the minion is alive on the board. And on death effects activate once the minion has been destroyed. There are a ton of amazing effects and synergies to explore within the game. These are just a few examples. The board starts with 3 unknown lanes. On turns 1, 2, and 3, one location is revealed each turn, bringing in a random effect. Some boost minions, others block abilities, some even change combat order. Strategically adapt to the locations to secure your victory. Each turn you gain 1 mana. The game starts with 2 all the way to 10. A turn has different phases. First you draw, then you spend your allotted time placing cards into their card slots. Players play cards simultaneously. This means that you and your opponent both lock in your cards. If you're ready, you can hit the ready button. Once both players are ready, or the timer has run out, the reveal phase will begin. The winning player reveals their cards first. You can identify this throughout the game by looking near the player names. Once all cards have been revealed, the game resolves from left to right, and combat phase begins. Combat is direct and persistent. When 2 minions face off, they attack each other. If they survive, it keeps the remaining health into the next round. There is no automatic healing. If there's no enemy blocking them, minions attack the generator directly. There's no waiting, which means minions attack the turn that they're played. Each lane, also known as a location, holds a generator with 20 health. Destroy any 2 and you win. If a generator goes down, it's replaced with a tougher 40 HP backup. This means you can take down 2 primary generators or take down a primary and a secondary generator. Now that we have gone over the basics of a game, let's hop into a match. I'll be going over my thought process turn by turn so you can get a better understanding of how the game works. It makes the world of a difference being able to watch a match or play one yourself. Okay, we got our first location revealed. Typically, the default combat order in a game is from left to right. However, with Wonderland, it actually changes from right to left. We don't have much to play, so let's just play Rumple, which is a 2 mana minion that gives us an additional mana next turn. Hopefully we draw a 1 cost to play with our beast. Our opponent plays 2 ugly ducklings, which do have an on-death effect that places a 3/3 minion into their hand. However, we can also ignore that lane because they're not doing a ton of damage, and a 3/3 won't come into play until we kill it. We drew a 1 cost like we were hoping for. But the second location reveal changes things. It gives both players 2 mana, which gives us a lot more to work with. We're now able to play 2 beasts at the same time. Beasts have a pretty cool ongoing effect that can snowball out of control. It gains 1 attack and 1 health for each minion that you play. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we can ignore the rightmost lane. Our opponent plays Sherlock. Luckily, it got placed in front of the beast that we played first, which means that we have a 3/4 against it rather than a 2/3. This means that we can kill it and have it survive. Playing 2 minions gives our beast 2 attack and health. We just need to decide where to put them. I'm going to place a Banshee all the way to the right, and when it dies, it buffs all minions on my side of the board by 1 attack and health. Fear Tuck gains 1/1 when played in the middle slot. I could put him in the middle location, but we have a lot of power there already, and we need to win 2 lanes. So I put him in the left location to start chipping damage. Our opponent reveals first because they've done more damage to our generators. He stuns my beast, which makes it not able to attack back this turn, and is looking scary as it only has 2 health. However, with the combination of its own buffing powers and Banshee's effect, we can ensure that it stays alive another round. Lightning Strike is a strong spell that lets you use it on a minion or even a generator, which makes it a good clear spell and a good finisher. We have an awkward hand with 5 mana, but only able to play 1 card. If we play the wolf, it could start attacking, but our 6/2 will die. Our best bang for our buck is to use Lightning Strike on the sheriff and see if we can deal 6 damage. The only bad thing would be an AoE spell, which would kill our Rumple and beast. Unfortunately, our opponent had a minion to block our beast and an AoE spell to kill our minions. No worries, we still have a lot of threats on the board. We drew a perfect 3 cost, so now we can play 2 of them on the same turn. turn. This buffs up our minions and puts our opponent closer to the defeat. As mentioned, we can ignore the right side as it isn't doing too much damage, and we only need to win 2 locations. Here, I play the mummy on the right and make it a bit slower for the opponents to destroy the right lane. And also, remove Galahad from buffing. Our minion location is most likely going to destroy the generator, and putting the mummy on the left, even with no opposing minion, will not win us the lane just yet. We have 2 Banish Snatches in our hand, which has a trample effect. Trample takes the attack power of the attacking minion and subtracts it from the health of the opposing minion. The difference is dealt to the generator. This means that we can set up lethal quite easily. Here's an easy drop of Banner Snatch in front of a 1 health Goldie. Rain of Arrow does nothing early against our board. This means we do 8 damage to our opponent's generator. And that is a victory. Project L is a beginner-friendly game that is a ton of fun to play. I hope this video helps you learn the game. Make sure to share this video with a friend.